Live. If it's working. Yes, it's working. So this is the 24th YouTube Live yoga routine. And all I'm going to share with you this morning is this book right here. Stop Complaining, Start Thinking by J.P. Vaswani. I believe that's how you say it. Vaswani. I got this book a while back. I believe I got it from Yogaville, but I'm not sure. Pretty sure I did. Good book. I'll just start with that title. That title is extremely important. Just the title alone is awesome. Stop complaining, start thinking. Okay, so today we're just going to continue with the yoga routine that I've been doing the last few days. And all it is, in essence, is a routine to gain a specific mindset on the yoga mat, which is slightly different than how some other instructors teach yoga or what they focus on in yoga, which is fine too. Whatever they do is fine as well. So we're going to start in mountain pose, centering yourself, gaining the mindset of firmness, becoming one with the earth like a mountain. A mountain is part of the earth. Then the sun salutations, and we're going to move into those slowly. And during those poses, you're going to make sure you're focusing on the breathing. And that's all you do. You focus on the breathing. Of course, you settle in the pose, but once you're settled, you don't think about the pose and where you're at. Don't judge it. Just accept where you are. Don't try to be somewhere. Don't think, hey, I should be doing this or that. Settle in it, accept it, focus on the breathing, and let the mind and body become one. And this oneness is yoga. Then we'll go into the mountain pose. Again, the tree pose or tree poses. In a tree pose, you're gaining the mindset of a tree rooted into the ground, rooted into the earth. And then, of course, we'll go into mountain pose again. Easy pose. We'll wind down and seal it up with a yogic seal. So let's go ahead and begin. We're going to begin in mountain pose. Feet are shoulder width apart. Toes come up. Spread the toes as wide as you can. One toe touches one at a time. Knees are slightly bent. Chest is up. Pulling yourself up. Shoulders are relaxed. Arms are relaxed. And just focus on the breathing. Remember, your mind will wander, most likely, and you'll think about other things, and then you'll realize, hey, I'm thinking about other things. Don't judge it. Just bring your focus back to the breathing. Now bring the palms together, thumbs to the heart center. And all I'm doing here, because you won't be able to see my hands, I'm going up in a prayer position. I go out a little bit because for me, my chest is tight. So I go out and I match the pose to my body. And you do the same thing. Now push the arms out, up and back. Inhale slowly. It's the first bend. So listen to the body. And then hinge forward from the lower back, reaching out. Keep the back as straight as you can. Palms go to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. Forehead's going towards the knees. Settle in the pose, accept where you are, and just focus on the breathing. Again, that focus is what allows the mind and body to become one, which is yoga. And palms to the sides of the feet, left leg is back into a low lunge. The low lunge with the back leg, the knees to the floor, top of the foot to the floor. And you're thinking of the hips, you're pushing them diagonally forward, but diagonally. And just do the best you can. Accept it, and then just focus on the breathing. Now think of the back foot, curl the toes under, knee goes up. You're going to settle in the high lunge. We're not going to stay in the high lunge. We're going to settle there first, then move into the downward dog. The downward dog, the arms are straight, legs are straight, tailbones going to the ceiling, heels towards the floor, head is dangling, so no tension in the neck. Just do the best you can, settle in the pose, then focus on the breathing. You slide into the upper dog. It's a strength transition, so do the best you can. Drop down to the knees and the chest. You slide up. This pose is too difficult. Just modify it. Go down to the small cobra. That's with the belly on the floor. Just do the best you can. Again, we're learning acceptance. That's what we're learning on the mat. Non-judgment, essentially accepting where you are physically and mentally, which allows you to accept. And then back to downward dog, pushing into it, pushing a little bit more than you were before, but not too much. Listen to your body. Now you're going to bring the left foot up between the hands. That's the foot we took back, so that's the one we bring up. That allows you to do the other side. So think of the hips, push them forward, but diagonally. So you're going down just a little bit. If your knee's over your foot, you're not lengthened enough. I hope I can speak. I can't speak. Learn how to speak. You just settle in the pose, focus on the breathing. Now think of the back foot, curl the toes under, knee goes up into a high lunge. Again, we're not going to stay here. We settle in it. Then we move into the standing forward bend. So you're going to pull yourself in and down. Foreheads going to the knees. Accept where you are. Focus on the breathing. The palms together. Reach out. Up and back. Inhale. Turn the palms out. Push the air down and out. Exhale. And again, one more sun salutation. Inhale. Exhale. Hinge forward. Standing forward bend. So pull yourself in and down. Settle in the pose. Focus on the breathing. Palms to the sides of the feet. Right leg is back into a low lunge again. Top of the foot's to the floor, knees to the floor. Think of the hips pushing forward diagonally. In this pose, your back is straight, or as straight as you can get it, or be a little arched. Whatever works with you. It's acceptance. Settle in the pose, and then just focus on the breathing. Now, we're going to go into downward dog, but first we go into the high lunge. So with the back foot, curl the toes under, knee goes up, settle in the high lunge. Then downward dog, pushing into it. You're pushing a little bit more. So with these poses, you're going more and more, going a little deeper and deeper each time. You're going to slide into the upper dog, drop down to the knees and the chest. You slide up. Modify the pose how you have to. Do the best you can, accept where you are. Focus on the breathing. And back to downward dog. Pushing into it. And right foot goes up. Low lunge. So the right foot goes up between the hands. With the back foot. Top of the foot's to the floor, knees to the floor. Thinking of the hips, pushing them, keeping them square, but pushing them diagonally. Back is straight or maybe a little arch. Then just accept where you are, settle in the pose. See, all the other stuff will come later. The alignment, all that stuff comes later. If it comes, it might not even come. And that's fine because that's where you are. Believe it or not, that's 100% perfect wherever you are. Not trying to be somewhere, accepting where you are. Now with the back foot, curl the toes under, knee goes up, high lunge, settle in the high lunge. Then move into the standing forward bend, pull yourself in and down, forehead's going towards the knees. And palms together, you're gonna reach out, up and back, inhale, exhale. And you're gonna go to mountain pose. So remember, mountain pose, feet are shoulder width apart, toes are up, spread the toes, one toe touches one at a time. Knees might be bent slightly, hips are tilted, no tension in the shoulders or arms. And then think of yourself as getting tall. Pull yourself up, think of being tall. I have to do that. So because I slouch, so I think of myself getting tall, getting firm. That's the mindset you're gaining here. Firmness, solid. Now we're going to do the tree. So with the tree, same thing with the toes. Spread the toes. You're going to bring the left foot up inside of the right leg. Now modify, if you need to bring the toe down, do that. If you need to go to the wall, Do whatever you have to do. So think of the left knee, pushing it back. All I'm doing with my hands is a symbolic hand gesture. So lock the fingers. You lock the fingers, index fingers point, thumbs are together. Left thumb is over the right sometimes, or together. So if you like, you can bring them to the heart center, going up, inhaling. Okay. Now I was taught to do this, and that's how I do it. But everyone's different. Again, this is all I'm doing when I'm up. You just focus on the breathing. If you're against the wall or your toes are down, it's fine. Accept it. That's where you are. As long as your mind and body's connecting, no matter how you think the pose should look, doesn't matter. If your mind and body's connecting to the activity, you're doing yoga. That is yoga. So just focus on the breathing. And then go ahead and release. Or just bring it down. And then shake it out some. So same thing, toes go up, spread the toes. Right foot is up, modify the pose. Once you're settled in the pose, accept where you are. Go up, inhale, or up like this. However you want to do it. And just focus on the breathing, accept where you are. See, technically someone can do the perfect looking yoga pose. And that's awesome. But if their mind and body are not connecting as one, then they're not doing yoga. Technically, they're not doing yoga. But still awesome that they could do it physically. But yoga is about the mind and body connecting. And then go ahead and release. Again, you can bring it straight down, whatever you like to do. So shake it out. Then you're going to go back to mountain pose. Settle in the mountain pose. Mountain pose, you're going to make yourself connect to the earth because you are part of the earth. You are the earth. Now, if you're on a mat, you're going to go to the back of the mat. For me, I just go right here because I need to be in front of the camera. I don't need to be, but I like to be. We're going to do the easy pose, which is the modification of the lotus pose. So the hands are in front. They're to your knees or in your lap. Some people like to do this. Now, if you need to go back like this, do that. If you need to lean back, do that. If you need to put your back on the wall, do that. Accept where you are. Very important. Don't try to be somewhere. Don't try to do the perfect so-called looking yoga pose, because if the mind and body is not connecting, it doesn't matter. You're not doing yoga. So if you're trying to do the so-called perfect yoga pose and your back's hurting, your focus is going there, then you're not doing yoga. Now, it's okay to do that. It's okay to focus on that if that's what you want to focus on. But that's not what this routine is about. So your back is straight, hands are to your knees, or however you are. Just accept where you are, settle in the pose, get comfortable. That's what it's about, getting comfortable so you can focus on the breathing. Then you're going to tilt the head to the right ear is to the right shoulder, back is straight, left shoulder's down. You're focused on the breathing, letting the mind and body become one. And when you're focused on the breathing, your awareness is to the stretch in the left side of the neck. Your awareness is maybe to the lower back because you had an injury there. Your awareness is to the birds outside. I just heard a bird. That's why I said that. I heard a bird outside. But you're not focused on those things. You're focused on the breathing, which makes you aware. And then bring the head to center. Tilt the head to the left ear is to the left shoulder, back is straight, right shoulder's down. Focus on the breathing. Bring the head to center. And keep the back straight, tilt the head back. So you're not jarring the head back, you're reaching up. Bring the chin down to the chest. Bring the head back to center. Neck rolls, drop the head down to the right, down and around, the head dropping down. You're exhaling as the head goes up. You're inhaling. And you want to make sure the body's following the breathing. It's becoming a form of a moving meditation, so you just focus on the breathing. And when the head goes to the top, you're going to reverse. The head's dropping down, you're exhaling. The head's going up, you're inhaling. Again, focus on the breathing. And you're aware of the movement. You're aware of the stretch. Again, the focus on the breathing allows you to be aware. And then when the head goes to the top, bring yourself to center. Shoulders shrug, shoulders to the ears, back down and around, shoulders go up. You're inhaling. As the shoulders go down, you're exhaling. And just focus on the breathing. And when shoulders go to the ears, you're going to reverse. Exhale as you go down, inhale as you go up. And then the shoulders go to the ears, bring yourself to center. And a trunk rotations, drop down to the right, down and around. As you go down, the back is straight and you're reaching out. You're exhaling. As the trunk goes up, you're inhaling. So you're going to focus on the breathing, which makes you aware of the movement, aware of the lower back, aware. It just makes you aware. See, for me, when the trunk goes to the top, you're going to reverse. For me, when I'm focused on the breathing, I'm aware of my lower back because on the right side, I have an injury in my lower back. But I'm not focused on that. I'm just aware of it because my focus is on the breathing. And that's what you're learning in yoga, on the mat. Awareness, acceptance. And then when you go up to the top, bring yourself to center. Half spinal twist. So the left hand's on the right knee. Think of the back and the spine. Get yourself straight. So you're going to reach up, then twist. Palm goes to the floor in center of the back. Arm is straight and it's against the back. Make sure the head is twisting and you're focused on the breathing. Now with this pose, you're inhaling, so it pushes you out of the pose slightly because your belly swells with air. Let yourself be pushed out. And then when you exhale, you go into the pose just a little bit more. You're focused on the breathing, but you're aware of that subtle movement. And then go ahead and release. Back to center, back straight. You're going to do the other side. So right hand's on the left knee, left arm goes up. Pull yourself up. So think of the back and the spine. Pull yourself up. Then twist. Palm goes to the floor and send the back. Arm is straight. And it's against the back. Make sure the head is twisting. And again, let yourself breathe. You inhale. The belly swells with air, so it pushes you out of the pose slightly. And then when you exhale, the belly goes in. And you're focused on the breathing, which makes you aware of that subtle movement. And then go ahead and release. Bring yourself to center. Hands go to the knees, or they're in your lap, or however you're sitting. And you just watch yourself breathe. Here, you're just focused on the breathing. You're already breathing automatically. So you're just going to watch it. You're not controlling it. You're watching it. And two ways to do this. As you inhale, the belly swells with air. And as you exhale, the belly goes in. So your focus goes there, or your focus goes to the tip of your nose where the air goes in and out. And just watch yourself breathe. So in this pose, you're letting go, control. That's the mindset that you're gaining. Now for the yogic seal, you're going to reach behind you, grab your left wrist with the right hand, and you're going to lean forward for the yogic seal. So the forehead's going down towards the floor, or it's to the floor. And you're sealing in all the benefits of the yoga poses, keeping the peace that you gained through the rest of the day. And bring yourself back up. Hands go back in front, back is straight. We're just going to stay here a little bit longer, so just watch yourself breathe. Bring palms together. Namaste. That's it. So that's the 24th YouTube Live yoga routine. I'm trying to do 365. So I'm on number 24. So I have a ways to go. It's okay. One day at a time. So that's it for today. I was going to give you an update on the yoga, so-called yoga studio, but it is where it is right now. I got my picture, which is the logo. And believe it or not, I'm going to get carpet and paint and all. But when it rains here, this area floods a little bit. So I don't want to get carpet yet. I need to get that fixed. I need to fix that. I can do that. I can't paint this, but I can fix the door. That's the least I can do. Anyway, so I'll see you tomorrow at 5:30 a.m. Arizona time, Mountain time. So namaste, peace and love.